My people, now say I carry pen and paper come for this particular topic we want to talk so. In case you are not aware, we need to re-emphasize, to reanalyze the video wey happen today for Arise. For many of you to understand what is happening in our Nigerian politics. To become a senator, you have to spend about 50 billion naira for you to become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To become a governor, you have to spend above 100 billion to 200 billion naira to become a governor in Nigeria. To become a president, you have to spend between 500 billion naira to 2 trillion naira to become a president. Now, we have a lot to talk here. I would like make we listen to Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe. Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe, now he can reveal, can expose our politicians today. It's some of the things I've been talking about, but we will take this one together. But I want you guys to listen to this first. Listen to this.
The system of politics that we are operating does not give room for people who are competent but have no money to survive in this type of election. In an election which is constituency based, small constituency, then go into Electoral college. It's cheaper, it's more dignifying, a woman can fight. But for a woman to fight to be a senator in Nigeria, we are talking about 50 billion naira to start with. So where will a woman get that money? It's too expensive. Yes.
No, women do have that money.
Yeah, if you have money, go into it.
How many women has got 50 billion?
Some women have it, and they have and people don't use their money for elections as well. You get support from people who believe in your cause. Men do it as well.
Can they pay back?
50 billion.
The problem, you have to pay back.
How do you pay back?
If they give you loan.
Oh, is it a loan?
Yes.
So how do you pay
back? If you are there, I'm a company. Okay. Are you going to talk about my interest in that Senate so that I can get more contract? Can you put my name in the budget? When you talk about budget padding, it is part of an arrangement before they got there. I'm a company, I'm a contractor, and I want you to be in the Senate. So when my project come to the floor of the Senate, you make sure that money is there.
Okay.
So I don't suffer. So all sort of people participate, but it is not cheap at all.
So, no, but I want to just probe that, sir. So does it mean that the people who we currently have, at least the style of election that we have currently, is not representative of the people
at all?
It's only representative of interest, interest and how do we? But that's what I'm asking. How do we make it better? Because that's why we are here.
Make it a parliamentary,
okay?
So that your constituency is small, and you can afford to pay. You are a professor, you are an intellectual, you are very good, but you don't have money. But you can survive within a community. When they now elect you, you now compete in a collegiate matter. Okay. But if it is the way we are now, honestly, a sane person will not waste his money in politics.
Okay, I would like to come back to that, your 50 billion quote. How practical is it? Because, I mean, it just looks as if we just throw figures. I mean, do we know what 50 billion naira is in this country that it is today? And I would like to interrogate that quote further. So are you saying that probably everybody there had to expend that level of money? Because if I have 50 billion naira, I wouldn't be in the Senate. I'm sorry, with due respect. Because if you look at even your yearly allocation for a 4-year term, probably out of the budget you get about 1 or 2 billion. You don't even make up that 50 billion in return. Or is there any other thing they're making that you want to tell us? Tell us, sir. Tell us.
Skill. You have to be skillful to survive in our parliament.
Is skill corruption?
No, you don't call it corruption.
So what is it?
But skill, we call it skill.
Skill.
You have to be skillful.
How do you?
I don't know.
How are you skillful to make?
I don't know. What I'm just saying.
No, I would like to know.
Our electoral system is too expensive.
Yes, granted.
For decent people, you cannot borrow money. What I'm saying, you cannot borrow money for an election. You can sell your property for an election. You can steal money for an election. But a sane person will not be a businessman and from your profit, you say you are going to politics to waste it. It's too wasteful.
Are you saying that in terms of practical politics, nobody obeys the law on campaign finance, and that Nigeria is unable to track campaign spending and punish people who spend more than what the law prescribes?
You will not know.
Sir?
You will not know because there are no vouchers. There are no receipts. Politics money, you don't get receipts. You don't get voucher. Who is going to determine how much I've spent? Somebody is in my house, I want to bury my father. Take 1 million naira, no receipt. Want to do this thing? It is wasteful. From experience, it is not for it is too wasteful. Unless you are a wasteful person. Because you are in that, if you live in a community and want to contest election, everybody will come to your house for one thing or the other, and you have to oblige. Look at, there is Christmas. How many lorry load of rice must you share? Where will you get the money from? And that is the expectation of profit. Not you go into the legislature and say, I've done this road, I've done this constituency. That one doesn't make sense. It is what you are going to shop that is important.
Shop.
Give us something.
All right, this is quite worrying, even though I don't think it's new to a lot of people that what we now see in politics and perhaps in the National Assembly and other State House of Assembly is chop assembly, whereby people are just there for their own personal interest.
No.
Okay?
I'm saying to get there is expensive. To even be a councillor is expensive.
Yeah.
Not to talk of you want to be a governor.
Yeah, but you also talk about the fact that they have to repay those who invested in them to get there in the first place.
It's normal.
Okay.
I cannot borrow you money to win an election and I will keep quiet. Look at Elon Musk now.
So that's still chop.
Elon Musk gave how much? $1 million.
200 million, over 200 million.
So that's what is
shopping back now.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Elon Musk is doing shop.
Yes.
No, but there's a difference between enacting or formulating policies to enable business environment to favor a businessman and actually, like what you said
that
earlier,
is exactly
padding
what
budget.
happens in
That's
Nigeria.
But then there's also a difference between actually padding budget.
You are a banker.
Yes, sir.
You want favor from a government. You are not going to hold meeting. Which of these candidates will favor us? You hold meetings and you give money to, but the level of money you are going to give will be different. You will target one that is of the same mind with you and give them your money. Immediately you get there, they will surround you. They determine policy to favor them.
So where is democracy in all of this?
Democracy in Nigeria is money.
Moneycracy.
Yes.
It's
Well,
government of the money.
Yes.
Moneycracy.
By the moneycracy, government of the money, for money, by
A
money.
poor man can never be a politician in Nigeria. Forget it.
Okay, another question I would like to now ask you. So if you were banning a sum of 50 billion, like how much? Because you were very active in this last presidential election. Like how much did your candidate spend?
No, things have shifted.
No, I'm just
honestly,
asking. If
in
you
the
said,
past in Nigeria, let
yes.
me be a little bit more explicit. When you had UPN, SDP, you had Action Group, NCNC, things were not as expensive. Your agent in your polling booth will not get money from you. But things are so bad now that if you don't pay your agent, he will sell the vote
so
on that polling booth.
No, I get that. The question I'm asking is, if to get into the Senate, somebody spends about 50 billion, then like the presidential candidate supported, like how much do you think they might have been spent?
I don't know, but you can multiply it now throughout Nigeria.
50 times like 5 or 6?
You cannot estimate it. It's too expensive. Very, very expensive. Very, very.
Okay. Sir, what do we do to correct this situation? The objective of having a democratic system of government is not to turn it into a cash and carry enterprise where some people invest, they get return on investment, ROI, as they call it in business classes. What do we do? Because the way these Nigerians are, even if you adopt a parliamentary system of government, we're so used to this stomach infrastructure, cash and carry, return on investment way of doing business, transactional politics. How do we address it? Where will these new leaders that will come and serve and not chop, where will they come from?
It's a difficult question. Things are really bad. for this country. We are not doomed, but I don't know the answer. Because maybe the level of our poverty, the poverty in the land is not helpful. The policy of government is not also helpful. You know, where the populace is happy with a government, it's easier to persuade them to vote. But where majority of the populace of the electorate, they are poor, and it is on the day of the election that they reap their profit for the 4 years. Believe it or not, on the day of election in this country, if you are a poor person, you cannot win. It's impossible.
All right. Thank you so much for the insight there. So very quickly, I'd like you to share your projections for 2027. A lot is now coming up. There are conversations around some key members of the APC cross carpets into other parties. There are conversations around your candidate, the president, not being very popular in the north. There are people coming out. Is it still going to be a moneycracy in 2027? And based on that, what are your projections? What should we be looking out for in terms of 2027?
How many years ago I came here to predict that the master is coming? The master of the game is the president of
They predicted like that in Kenya. They said that David was coming.
My dear,
they are calling him Zacchaeus now.
My dear, take it from me. The master is on the game.
How about the Atiku mega coalition?
There is nothing like that.
So it will not work.
They are working with the master, and the master knows the game.
So who is the master?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu
Is the master of the game.
Yes.
And he will,
Okay.
you know.
He will win.
On that.
Anyway, I just
Flat.
got a message from an honorable, a
Yes.
lawmaker that said you are 100% correct. It's moneycracy.
There is no doubt.
Yes, you are correct. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, sir. Thank
On that note, we'd like to thank you very much, Senator Adesanya Ogunlawe, for joining us on the morning show.
It's my pleasure.
Quite an interesting expose on the practical politics of Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm so
indeed.
grateful.
According to this Senator Adesanya Ogunlawe, the man can scatter everywhere. I've said this so many times for those of you that have been following Nigerian Watch Media for a while. I told you guys, with the kind of amount that our politicians are spending just to get into political power or to get any political office, this is the reason why they cannot do anything for you and I. He went on by saying these guys are spending excessively to get into power. While me myself, I don't talk so many times, say any politician that is desperate to buy human being just to get into power, wait till they go look for that office. You think say na me and you now want to go fight for politician where they buy people. Can't you see the majority of election that is happening in Nigeria? People must die. They are so desperate that they want to win it. Oh, you think that because of you they are showing those desperation? Somebody who spent 50 billion naira to become a senator, how you want to look after his constituency? Somebody who spent over 100 billion to 200 billion to become a governor, how you want to look after the security of his country or of his state, or look after his state? Somebody who spent over $500 billion to 200 trillion naira to become president, tell me how this kind of person will look after the nation. My people, what do we know? This video particularly, so we need to share it so that this video can go viral for Nigerians to understand what we all are facing in our country. Join Nigerian Watch Media every day 7 p.m. on our live broadcast so that we can interact and talk about the things that are affecting you and I. Let's express our plights together, because now the only unity now we will take rescue this country. If not, we are not going anywhere. When we continue to dribble ourselves left and right, we are not going anywhere. Now God, I will bless this Senator Adesanya Ogunlawe. We can reveal everything for us today. Say this is the secret we dey inside. The reason why we cannot get anything from these people we call our leaders. Take care, guys. Bye for now.